Hello there everybody, how's it going? I hope you're all doing very well indeed. This is myself, Matt the Tomato. Welcome back to SimCity 4, where the region is one big city. So, at the end of the last session, we were talking about the possibility of developing up further into the city centre, and we were talking about creating some sort of transport hub, which we will definitely do. I have had a couple of half-decent suggestions, however, for how to actually build the city centre area. So a couple of people have come in and mentioned some different designs that we could do, and there was one in particular that I actually quite liked, where we actually develop a bit of a city centre area, maybe towards the south, over this way, and have some sort of river running around the outside of it. That was kind of a cool suggestion. Another one suggested that maybe we could do some sort of ocean that comes in here on the side and build some sort of tower structure down here. That was another one. Some people suggested as well, no, not so, I think one person, oh, who was it? Oh, I should have written this down. Someone suggested about maybe creating a city centre in between an ocean on one side and hills on the other, and placing some large hills in the middle of the map. That was another thing that was suggested. So, going to keep thinking on some of those designs. Again, keep your requests coming in, keep your suggestions coming in. Some of them are brilliant, actually, and it might actually come down to me just running a random poll and wondering which ones are actually going to do. The first thing I'm actually going to do, though, is if we notice between Contradust Point and Millard Fields here, if I turn the names and the boundaries off, we can see, you know, this bit here. There's something just isn't right there, is it? It doesn't look that great. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into Millard Fields, and we're going to develop this top section up here by the river. So that way we can maybe make it look a little bit more like, you know, the outskirts of a medium density area. And so it doesn't just go from like medium density towers straight to a field, which, you know, I suppose it could happen, but you know, I'm not convinced that that is actually going to look great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to develop up over here. So all of a sudden what I think I'm going to do is local road reaches chaos. I think I'm going to develop up something like this. So basically, let's do something a bit like this. There. A bit like that. Some strange structure that maybe just goes up to the water over there. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and de-zone all of this here. And we're going to put in a small amount of medium density over there. And probably there. And then we're going to go light density for the rest. Not bothered about the layout of the roads as such. So it's just going to be a small transition, basically. That's not half bad either. So it's a small transition. Do I build a farm around the railway here? I'm not sure. Let's just do this for now. So let's get this. Oh, really? Well, I guess we should lob in some sort of park then over there. Let's put that in over there. And yeah, basically, just do that. Sims invite Mayor to pull up a chair. Fair enough. Let's live by the railway track. Sure, why not? Might be a bit loud, but hey ho. So yeah, if we do that, and then if we do a quick. Okay, so we're not going to spend that long here anyway. But if we do maybe a quick supply of water in this area, it's not going to be easy to do this without actually catching some of that field there. So if I actually go ahead and maybe just de-zone a little bit of that as well, like that, so that's going to be fine. And just supply that back area where the medium density is with some water. There we go. Just allow a little bit of medium density to actually develop here. There we go. So that when it comes to the visual representation, it might not look so bad. There we go. That's probably going to be fine, actually. Yeah, something like that is probably actually going to be relatively okay. So if we go ahead and save and exit to region, we should be able to see that there is in fact a small transition. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. So now if you look at that, you wouldn't necessarily be able to define the two zones there. So that's kind of what I wanted. Okay. So if we restore the boundaries here, and indeed, come on, what the hell? If we restore the boundaries and the names, so we were obviously talking about this piece here, or even this piece here. We can run the railway in across there and across there, becoming some sort of transport hub. And that would actually be quite cool. I'd be quite interested in doing that for sure with the elevated rail. But I was thinking of making the transport hub at the top of this tile and bringing the elevated rail down here and then looping it around and doing something else with the elevated rail. So we could have some sort of, you know, ring road elevated rail running around here and then maybe a couple of internal ones as well. So that was what I was thinking of doing. This is going to be a major tile as well because obviously we have got the motorway junction coming in here. So let's go back to satellite view and destroy the names again. Okay, so it's going to be maybe low density residential around here and then medium density at the top. But I was thinking maybe we could create some hills or something here. So we could maybe have some southern hills. Perhaps with another railway track coming in as well. Because we've already got... There's a bit of railway over here, but yeah, perhaps with another railway track that comes in and joins in over this way. And create a transport hub somewhere here. That's a good idea. Okay, let's just dive in here. Or we have the corner of another river. That's a good idea as well. So tell you what, yeah, so we literally just got that to start with. Now obviously that's going to look pretty bad, isn't it? Yeah, that looks really, really stupid. So, what we could do... Right, this could be a bit of a pain in the ass to get right, but... We push that. Obviously that road gets deleted, but it literally just needs to be this corner of water. That's all it needs to be, because it is just the corner of the river that's just poking its way in there, which is obviously minor, you know, a little bit annoying. Okay, nearly that, in fact... If we take off the boundaries here, we can see that the bottom bit is absolutely perfect, but the top bit is just a little bit off. So we don't want to reconcile, but what we do want to do is grab the planes tool again and just push that in a tiny bit like that. And that's probably going to be fine, actually, for that. Yeah, that looks fine. Actually, it sticks out a little bit too much now, but yeah, it's a bit finicky. But then that's more to do with... Actually, I tell you what, we might be going back into Millard Fields here, so we don't want to reconcile. But that's more to do with this bit that actually sticks out here. So we can actually go... Ooh, I nearly went and ruined that there. We can actually do this. And just get rid of that. Like that. And that's probably going to be sufficient, actually. A little bit of tweaking. It's still a little. You can still see a little bit of a problem with that. But yeah, okay. So let's go back into this one then. And what I was going to do was actually, I was possibly contemplating the idea of hills, but actually, I think I might create another river here that doesn't go all the way across the map, but just comes in, curves, and then disappears off that way, and form another part of another sort of river structure. So let's do that then. So. Pretty much just like that. Quite a deep river as well. It's going to be quite... Yeah, just like that. That is literally all I wanted to do. So if we save and exit, so what we could do is we could have a train track that runs almost alongside the river and comes down here. And this river can come in... I don't know what to do with that yet, but then we can run that river sort of out this way a little bit more, join it in maybe to one of these tiles, and have that coming in here. So then this is sort of a little bit of an interesting sort of structure. Now, one might argue we could definitely bring it across to here. That's definitely true. But no, we are not going to do that. Right. So yeah, we'll have a railway that runs in here. Definitely. We'll bring a railway in over this way. Or we bring it in on this side and bridge it, I suppose. And have that connects somewhere over here. And I think we'll have our transport hub on this section. So... we want to obviously... I think that's all we want to do here, isn't it? I think so. Yeah. Okay, so let's name this city. So obviously I have contrast point. Oh, gee whiz. Let's go with... Railbury. That'll do. I realise there's been a couple of request cities that I haven't yet done. But yeah, let's go Railbury. The reason I call it Railbury is obviously we're going to have the transport hub here. So, did we have... Ooh, there's a good point. The elevated rail section. Shut up. I wonder why that didn't save and exit immediately. It's because of that stupid pop-up. So we got the elevated rail section here. So we'll have to bring it down into here and across here. So we might have a section of medium density, possibly even some high density over here at the top. And then the rest of it's probably just going to be low density. We might even have some farms around here. Just a few. Yeah, because then we're going to go into another section of farmland here. So if we have a few farms along here, that's probably going to work out okay. Yeah, alright, okay. So we've got a bit of a plan. So the basic plan really is we've got the motorway. This avenue, obviously, they're going to join together. We're going to have low-density residential over this section. Oh, God, shut up. And then the railway's going to come in here. This is all going to be medium density. So perhaps even inside the motorway. Everything on the northern side of the motorway is going to be medium density. I think that's how we're going to do it. So yeah, the motorway is actually going to run relatively close to some of the medium density stuff here. So let's do this. So we could very easily just do that, but it would actually be a little bit cheaper to start it as an avenue. Actually, I think I want to go with a roundabout there. Because obviously we're entering sort of more city centre-ish territory here, so there's going to be denser buildings and whatnot. So it would make sense to build a few extra avenues running in and around here. And then we can have one that just comes in here and ends, so we can connect that up to there. And that can just finish there, and this will obviously be our low-density residential area. And then we want to transition into a highway there, with a view to them building some sort of T-junction. Unless we build a cloverleaf and maybe run it slightly further in. We could do that, actually. That's not the worst idea in the world. So, if we build a cloverleaf that does this. Because obviously this is going to be high density over here. So yeah, if we then run this into here, we can then run the motorway a little bit further in. And then drop it down to an avenue. Actually, no, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Drop it down to an avenue. And then there's a fantastic junction. Is it this one? Nope. Trumpet interchange, that's kind of cool. That was... Oh no, that was it, but it was... Is it in avenues? There it is, the Y stack. That's what I wanted. Right, so we want home. There we go. I want to go with the Y stack. There. So then this cuts across to there, joins in there. And then goes there. That is quite the junction. Yeah, we'll go with the Y stack there. And then obviously this is all going to be medium density. So we can maybe use this as the major avenue that runs down the middle of some of the medium density buildings that we've got here. And then this one can just come over here. And again, we could build a roundabout, but actually I think I might just finish. And just go with this. A small roundabout at the end, and then have one ways dragging off of there. I think that's going to be the way to go. And I might do the same here, actually, even though this is going into dense stuff. Actually, so what I might do, let's go avenue overpasses. There. Right. Technically creating a junction here. And then off of each of these, so I want that run in there and that run in there. There. can't go round. I think that's going to be okay. Although, actually, it's on the wrong way, isn't it? Because they drive on the right in SimCity. Technically, that is the wrong way round, but okay. And what I wanted to do was, normally, if this was City Skylines, I'd build a massive curved road that runs around here, but I'd like to connect these two up somehow. Not quite sure how, but I guess we could just run a big diagonal road that does this. There would be no problem with that, I don't think. That runs along the river. But that could be quite good to connect them up as an alternative means of getting around here, and then just carry on the motorway along this way. So yeah, if this is, or yeah, because you can't build diagonal bridges, which is a bit annoying. So we go to here, there, and then we'll send that off over there. So this is still the ring road, bearing in mind. Can I build? Yes, it won't let me do that either. And that's a bit close. So if we did this, there, and then brought the road down. Oh, good lord. No. That is quite awful. Okay. Yeah, that's really bad. So we'll run it in like this then. This looks really odd. That looks really, really weird. Genuinely. That looks so weird. I'm not sure I like that. I think that looks terrible. But you know what? It's fine. Let's deal with it. Right. I'm quite happy to run a road that joins in over there as well. So that will obviously help. Okay, right. So we've got that. And now obviously we need our transport hub. So we're going to have a railway that stretches in from the south here. So basically just along here is probably going to be okay. So let's bring in the railway track like this. No, I don't want to bring it in like that. Okay, delete that. And probably bulldoze after that as well. Right, so bring this into here. Maybe one... Okay, let's put the bridge in first. So it's going to go avenue over rail. Avenue over rail. There we go. Like that. Good. Right, now, complete the avenue. I've realised I spent an absolute crap load of money on sorting this out. But there we go. That's quite an easy one. And then that needs to somehow join in with these two tracks that I got coming in here. And we basically need to create some sort of major station somewhere over here. So again, need to destroy that. Go with this. There we are. Lots of NAM pieces being used here, so there we are. Anybody who's been suggesting to use more of the NAM, well, here you go. Right, so if we bring that across to there, and then there, we can then cut that in, and we now have 3 railway tracks that are going to come into some sort of major transport hub over here. We will sort that out at some point. For now, though, we were going to go farms in and around here, weren't we? Yeah, so we can go farmland in here and probably over here as well. So let's... Actually, I really don't like this. I actually really hate this. I'm gonna ditch this. I'm going to do something else with this. So ditch that, get rid. I really, really hate the look of that. So let's bring that in there. Now, here's a good question. Ooh, I could actually do that. Interesting. Okay, so we'll have to look into that, and I might also look into this. So I might bring it in over here instead. and bring those two together over there. It's an expensive way of doing it, but yeah, I think that's going to be the way to go. Okay, so yeah, and then we'll have a transport hub over here. So, considering we're going to have farmland in much of this area, I guess we'll start by building some. So, I suppose we'll do that. That's okay, actually. Again, no problems with that. Let's build ourselves... Let's go coal this time, actually. We usually go with something like natural gas, but in this case, I think we're going to go with coal. Because we have some bigger buildings to build over there, but also we're not quite that much into going oil either. So I don't think we need to do that. Yeah, so we're going to build a bridge of some sort there. So let's continue... Let's build a little bit of that there, and a little bit of that there. I guess that will just zone in, won't it? Because I've got a road. That will just zone in. Yeah, alright then. So we'll do that, and then we'll start building up some low density stuff. So, I would like a commercial area in the middle here. So if we go... right, let's get a road there. And a road there. So some sort of commercial area in here for low density. I would like that. So we'll make sure to get that going. And then the rest of this is just going to be low density residential. To start off with over here. Like that, basically. Simple roads as well. Easy layout. Cool. Okay, right. Let's make sure we touch some of these taxes as well. So we'll go 7 here and we'll go 6 here. 7, 6, 7, 6. And yeah, everybody else can be fine. That's okay. And I will also go ahead and put in smoke detectors. We always do that early on. And I guess we'll go with... Actually, let's go a little bit further out. Let's do that. Because I do want to leave a bit of a gap here. Because obviously there's streets coming off of this avenue. So I'll leave a little bit of a gap over there. And let's get a little bit of commercial going in here. So we'll start... Didn't really want to do it that way, but that's fine. Fine, we'll do it that way. Okay, Sims invite Mayor to pull up a chair. Excellent. We could go and live by the waterfront down there. That is true. But it's actually not the worst idea in the world. In fact, let's go and live out here. That'll be nice. Yeah, let's put ourselves over by the water over there. And so we can say that that's our farm. Okay, good. Right, so making some tax money. That's jolly good. Excellent. Obviously, we'll have to invest in some improvements. Like, you know, schools and things like that. Will I get some water? That's actually fine. I'm happy with that. To then go ahead and do, and do that. Yeah, very happy with that. Okay, so we'll allow that to build up. We do need to obviously, as I said, supply this area with water. Probably put some parks in and whatnot. That's probably going to be a way to go. Right. So let's put some of those parks in. We're not going to go with many, I don't think. I don't use the park green very often. Let's put a couple of these in here. There we go. Medium park green. Because in the end, it's only low density, but we can still give them some things. It's actually a house with a swimming pool just popped up over there. Modest swimming pool. Ah, medium wealth. Nice. Okay. Do we want to run a short train track in here? We could, and it's actually not the worst idea in the world. The only downside is I'll have to rezone this, and I am going to rezone this. So let's delete that. And we're just going to run like that. And then I suppose a street along the back here as well. Like that. That doesn't connect up. So then we can put train track and then obviously the station in there. Okay. Oh, neighbours will take trash. Physicston will take trash. I don't really want to give it to Physicston. that's not what I want to do. Do we maybe build a landfill over here? Do we make this into an industry zone? Hey, actually, hang on. Whoa. We might actually build some small industries over here. It's not the worst idea in the world. Another little industry area here is actually a really good idea. Yeah, we're going to do that for sure. Okay, so we can build these two bridges over here, and then that'll obviously be an industrial zone. Yes, like it. Okay, so let's get this one in first. Not bothered necessarily by allowing ferries, but I guess we'll do it just in case. What does it actually look like on the other side there? There we go. Okay, so we can do that. And then basically we will run that over there, because then that can go into the industry part. Now, I would have liked that to have actually been a roundabout, but we're going to do this now. Hang on a minute. I keep forgetting what's around. So, oh yeah, there's nothing to the direct south here, but that will be... This is probably likely going to be a lot of farmland. So I'm not necessarily sure I need to run an avenue down there. So I guess what we could do then is... actually, yeah, maybe we just run it up to the middle here. And then just call it there. And we can build some industry in there like that. Yeah, okay, that's what we'll do. We obviously need to get the power over here, so I guess we'll run a quick power line like that. And we'll build a small amount of medium density industry. That's the wrong place for it though, for that road. So if we do that, and then just going to build a small street, runs almost right around the outside of that, just to be sure. So yeah, we can build some of that stuff over there, and that can form into another industrial zone. Now, one of the things that the NAM does do for you is this wonderful funky lanes here. I think that's a really, really cool little feature that the NAM gives you. Gives you that extra lane there at some of those junctions to relieve some of the pressure. These bridges actually look nice. I do like these bridges. That's a little bit annoying over here, though. It would have been good to elevate that and then drop it down the other side. But yeah, what can you do? Okay, so we've got that in position. We're making good money here. So I guess what we'll do then is we'll end this episode right here, and then we'll continue to develop this up in the next episode, and then we'll try and work on this transport hub. Yeah, excellent. Okay, so that's it for now. Cheers for watching, guys. This has been myself, Matt the Tomato. Be sure to subscribe to follow the series. And join me next time for more SimCity 4, and I'll play you here where the region is one big city. See you later.